Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing fine. Everyone's doing well. Welcome. It is the week, our destiny. This is where it happens, guys. This is what it's all about. Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, guys. It is literally a couple of days away. Oh, I can't even think. I can't think. I can't speak. I can't think. I can't eat. I can't do it. I'm just thinking about that game on Wednesday, guys. That's what I'm doing. It's so important, isn't it? That Man United win this game is so important. I know Tottenham are thinking the same, but Tottenham doesn't matter. Tottenham doesn't matter. It's all about Man United. Man United will go into the Champions League, and Man United will make a good of account of themselves, unlike Newcastle and Tottenham, who just make up the numbers. Do you know what I mean? Because when they go to the Champions League, they don't win it. They never won a European trophy. You know what? It's all about Man United. But we have to look after ourselves, of course, guys. We have to make sure that we win this game. That's what it's all about. It's about winning this game, of course, guys. And I'm absolutely anxious, I would say. I would say anxious. I'm anxious about this game. I'm a little bit nervous about this game. But one thing I'm not going to do, guys, because I know negativity sells papers. Well, it used to be papers, but now it's like clicks and likes and shares and subscribers, right? Negativity does. And there will be fan channels, even up until the day of Wednesday, who will carry on being pessimistic. Let me tell you something, you pessimists, right? Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what happens on Wednesday. So why not do this, right? Here's a clue. Why not do this? Why not support your team until Wednesday? Why not do that? You know what I mean? And then after that, you can be pessimistic if the result hasn't gone our way. Probably go our way. They'll still be pessimistic, papering over the cracks, as I said. They'll still be pessimistic. Why don't we try and be zealous? Overly zealous, maybe not, but a little bit zealous. We got the game coming on Wednesday. That's what we have. I mean, it is our destiny on Wednesday. We need to win that game on Wednesday. That is what's most important. Guys, thanks so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video if you guys could do that. I got some news about a right-back stroke midfielder that Manchester United are linked with. Also, Manchester United have had a shock move for an Athletic Bilbao player that we were, let's say, lucky didn't play against us, apparently. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy as Larry, guys, because you know what? We got an opportunity. Seldom is there a time in life that you get a second opportunity. Man United have got literally a life support machine. You know what I mean? And some people with this life support machine, you've been given a life support machine, and some of these other fans are pulling out the life support machine, right, for Man United. That's what they're doing at the moment. And using it to charge their phone so they can make a stream. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. And to be honest with you, we have to appreciate this chance that we have, because you don't often get these type of chances in life. The second chance to make something happen, to retrieve a very, very poor season. No, we're not satisfied with the season, but at least we can grasp onto something that will shape our destiny in the transfer market. Now, we all know why Gyökeres' deal has been delayed. Gyökeres' deal has been delayed because he wants to see what's going on with Manchester United. When Manchester United were linked with Liam Delap, Manchester United were not even in the semi-final of the Europa League. Now, it looks like Man United could win the Europa League. I mean, I'm not going to count my chickens yet, but if they win the Europa League, they're literally 50-50 chance of winning the Europa League. So now you're going to start seeing Man United linked with the likes of Gyökeres, the likes of these type of players. Gyökeres has fit the system perfectly, played under Ruben Amorim, absolutely brilliant. UK Rap, big up Sal, big up yourself. How you doing, UK Rap? Hope you're doing well. Going to support the team, win or lose. Been in the Storm for a year now. Absolutely. Big up, Charlie. The most important thing right now, is to support the team that we love, supposedly. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of people with, you know, on other channels are going to be pessimistic. They're going to be negative. They're going to be trying to say, why Ruben Amorim, this, that. You know what I mean? That's what they do. I mean, that's all they can do. Because people fail to be positive most of the time. I mean, it's typical. It's typical of the human nature, of course. Big up, Chow. What's going on, my friend? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. After the final, we're going to discuss the future of football club. Absolutely. No, the most important thing for now is Man United winning this Europa League final. And I'm not going to come on there and start moaning and groaning. And you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear me moaning and groaning, do you? You don't want to hear that. So I'm not going to come in and moaning and groaning. But what I will do, I'll be talking about some transfers coming up in regards to Manchester United. Ephraim, what's going on? You legend. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I have to believe we have to want to win it more. I mean, at the end of the day, what we have to understand as Manchester United, that we're Manchester United, we've got more experience than Tottenham in our side. We've got more experience. We've been to more finals than them over the years. We have played at Athletic Bilbao. You know what? People underestimate how important it is. The fact that Man United have played at Athletic Bilbao recently. You know, we know about the stadium, the dressing room, you know, the town, everything, the build-up at the stadium. We know about that. So that is a big advantage to Manchester United. Also, we have good feelings about the stadium. We won there 3-0 against Athletic Bilbao. We have good feelings about the place. So, you know what? We should be confident. You know, we should be confident. Of course, we're not going to sacrifice ourselves that we're going to win 100%. We're going to win. It's going to be a difficult game. And some may say it's going to be a flip of a coin. For me, I just want to concentrate on supporting the team until Wednesday. And when Wednesday comes, after Wednesday, then we can start moaning and groaning and saying this ain't this and that and back the birds and the bees and stuff like that. But you know what? At the moment, I'm just going to be trying my best to be positive about it. Good morning, Jengas, you legend. What's going on, mate? Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's having a nice morning. I hope you're having a nice morning, Charlie. Good to see you, mate. Monday morning. The morning, look, this time next week, we will know everything. I keep thinking like that. I keep thinking like this time next week, we will know what's going on. We will know how we're feeling, etc., etc., etc. We're going to know, you know. The worst thing about it, right? The worst thing about it is that Man United, after the season, we fly off to Malaysia. We fly off to Malaysia. I mean, if Man United lose, it's going to be one of the most depressing watch-alongs you're ever going to see in your life, because at the end of the day, I mean, Man United played a final on Wednesday. Then at the weekend, they've got these games against an All-Stars Asian 11, and they've got Hong Kong. I mean, come on, guys. Who approved this? Who approved this nonsense? Who approved this nonsense? It's ridiculous, isn't it? At the end of the day, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We have to go with what we have to, because they're going for money. Maybe they're making a lot of money out of that tour. Maybe, you know what I mean? If they're making a lot of money, so be it. But what Man United should do, Man United shouldn't be playing the first team in that tournament. Ridiculous timing. I think it will be decided 90-minute who will win or lose. I don't think we will draw. It depends, mate. I mean, you know, finals can sometimes be like that, where, you know what, you expect it to be a goal scoring fest, but you know what, both teams cancel each other out, and you know, hopefully it's not like that. What I hope is that Man United go into that game with confidence, get a goal earlier on, and we relax a little bit. That's what I hope, because I know everyone's going to be nervous. Everyone's going to be anxious. Everyone, right? And there's going to be a lot of toxicity if Man United lose. You know, you can imagine the toxicity. It's already toxicity. Imagine if Man United lose this game, the toxicity. This is why I'm supporting the club. I'm hoping that we win. And you know what? I'm going to try and be as positive as I possibly can, because at the end of the day, me being negative, me crying about Ruben Amram and this and that is not going to help anyone. It's not going to help the football team. We're not going to progress like that with the negative vibes going around. So you might as well just support your football team. Absolutely. Big up, Charlie. We do have Villa left. We could ruin the Champions League dream, Yarley. You know, Yarley, that's a very interesting game, because you know what, it can go two ways, because Man United could be euphoric. They've just won the Europa League. Everyone's happy. We're in vibes. We might go out there and beat Aston Villa. Don't be surprised if we do, when you in turn help Manchester City, which isn't great. Or we can lose against Wednesday and we'd be downhearted and we end up losing to Aston Villa. Signed, sealed, delivered. Basically, be the worst season of all time. You know what I mean? That would just be it. You know what I mean? And we might as well just go home. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day. But that's what it is at the end of the day. Hopefully Man United win. Hopefully we've got vibes against Aston Villa. Imagine Man United win and we're playing the last game against Aston Villa. What vibes it's going to be, guys. It's going to be nice, isn't it? It's been a long time since we had some nice things happen. Good morning, 1 a.m. in Dallas, Texas. Big up, Koku. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I've been to Texas. Love Texas. Very hospitable is Texas. If you've ever been to Texas, I've been to Houston, Texas. Shot a music video over there. Check it out. Reds Hot Sauce. REDZZ in Reds. Went there, shot a music video in Texas. Love Texas. Absolutely. Texans are great people. But you know what? I really hope that this time, not even this time, you know, after the game, we're in vibes, guys. You know, I just really hope so. I mean, Tottenham in the Champions League, it just doesn't work, does it, at the end of the day? Casemiro, 7 European Cup finals, 7 wins. Exactly, Chow. Imagine you're a Tottenham player, right? Imagine you're a Tottenham player and you see Casemiro in front of you. You know what I mean? 7 European finals, 7 wins. No, you look at even Mainu, you look at you look at Garnacho, you look at Bruno. They've been to more finals than the whole Tottenham squad put together. Them alone have been to more finals than the whole Tottenham team put together. We should be confident. Tottenham should be nervous when they look at our team. Who they got? Dominic Solanke. I mean, none of them have witnessed anything that our players have witnessed. And even if you witness failure, this is what I was saying yesterday, even if that team witnessed failure, even if they have lost in the past, you know what? It is experience. They know about it. Anana's lost the Champions League final. Anana's lost the Europa League final. Hopefully it's third time lucky. Is Bilbao back? No. I mean, it's all hearsay, Ephraim, but I don't think he will be back. An ankle injury like his. If the best that Bergville could hope for is a place on the bench, in my opinion. Hot Sauce, yes, Reds Hot Sauce. Check out Reds REDZZ. It's my artist I used to manage. It's my brother as well, by the way. Yeah. That one went in the charts. Done pretty well. Absolutely. Big up, Coco. Win or lose the final, I'm still behind Amram. I've said all along, I started judging with this current group of players. We'll know more next season. Hopefully, Hoofy will be back properly in the window. That's what it's all about. Good Genghis. And you know what? Genghis is a smart one. He's an intelligent one. He knows. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, this is exactly right. Regardless of what happens in the final, of course, we really hope we win in the final because obviously it would attract better caliber of players. Duquieres, for example. I got a sneaky feeling, guys, that if Man United win Europa League, we're getting Duquieres. If Man United win Europa League, I think all this going on right now is pending. You know, it's pretty certain that Duquieres is going to leave the football club. There were big hints about it from Sporting Lisbon. So I think if we win this Europa League, I think we'll go on to sign him, maybe. Uncle Cass wants that trophy for his collection. Wouldn't you? I mean, I want every trophy. I mean, imagine you're a player, you're his age. I haven't got a Europa League trophy. I need a Europa League trophy. That would be brilliant, isn't it? Win every single trophy. The World Cup is a difficult one, of course. I think he's got the Copa Libertadores, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's got that. But the World Cup's the only one he won't have, of course. Ex-players are so negative. They don't want us to win trophies. They don't, mate, because at the end of the day, what they're gonna, you know what it is. It's a bit of an ego thing, guys. Ephraim, it's an ego thing. It's a bit like I won this, I won the Champions League, I won this, and they got this self-righteousness about themselves. If Ruben Amorim goes out and wins this Europa League, it shuts a lot of people up. You know, everyone. It will shut them up. Even though they're going to try and say, oh, well, you know what? It's papering over the cracks. You know, you can't just hide behind a Europa League trophy. We're going to hear that. Expect that, guys. Expect that. We're going to hear that. We're going to hear that. Absolutely. Ricardo Diaz, big up yourself. Big congratulations on Sporting Lisbon winning the title. I think you spoke benefit. I'm not sure about. Correct. Anyway, Sporting Lisbon won the title, Ricardo. Big up. Yolo, we ain't beating Villa. I'd rather Chelsea and Man City out of the Champions League. Good for football. That would be funny, wouldn't it, Kenny? That would be funny. The funniest thing in the world, Kenny, is what I think Man United might go and beat Aston Villa. And that would be ridiculous. You know what I mean? And, end up helping Manchester City qualify for the Champions League. I mean, goodness me. I do believe it's in their hands, Man City. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Champions League is in their hand. If they win the last game of the season, they're going to win. If I'm not wrong, I think they play Southampton. I'm not sure. So they should win that anyway. So really and truly, what Man United do, it doesn't really matter because they're going to probably qualify anyway. Southampton have got nothing to play for as well. Now, guys, let me get into a couple of bits of transfer news, if you don't mind. I mean, remember on this show a few months ago, I mentioned a player called Vanderson. Vanderson is a right midfielder who currently plays for Monaco. He is a 23-year-old player from Brazil. His contract expires in 2028. His market value is about 20 million. Man United could possibly do a deal for about 30 million euros, guys. So obviously, very decent player. 5 caps for Brazil already at 23. So obviously, a very capable player. We know the pool of talent coming out of Brazil. So to play for Brazil, it is a very, very, it's not to be sniffed at, shall I say. Yeah, is a right wing back, right midfield, so he can play that position perfectly that Ruben Amorim wants to deploy it. Now, in regards to the Man United defence at the moment, Man United need a right wing back. Man United need it because they need that balance there. We've only got Dalot in reality in regards to the right wing back position. So Man United need another one. But what Man United need an attacking right wing back. I wouldn't say that Dalot is an attacking right wing back. I'll call Dalot a fullback, more or less. I call him like a right back. So a player like Vanderson, who has been mentioned on this channel before, has recirculated in regards to the media. Now, guys, look, let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you this now. The transfer wish list of Manchester United, the transfer wish list, and I mentioned Vanderson months ago, right? Months ago. The transfer wish list is still the same. There might be 1 or 2 players added, but the transfer wish list is still the same. So that doesn't mean Man United are going to go out and sign all those players. I said 2 wish lists, 2 transfer lists, qualify for Europe, not qualify for Europe. Those are the 2. Now, I would place Vanderson as a kind of qualify for Europe type signing. Very talented, 23-year-old, generational. Other clubs are interested. The problem is other clubs are interested in Vanderson, including Barcelona. Barcelona are also interested in Vanderson, and there was rumors about Barcelona signing Vanderson a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't materialize. But Man United have come in and have inquired about Vanderson. They have had scouts watch Vanderson, and for me, it would be a good signing. 30 million, good signing, right wing back, sorted out. Sorted. That would be absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. Ricardo. Obrigado, Sal. See you at Champions League next year. I hope so, Ricardo, my guy. Thank you so much and congratulations. And you know what? I hope to see you as well. I really do. It's going to be a tough game against Tottenham Hotspur. We know it is, Ricardo. But you know what? We're hoping, fingers crossed, everything crossed, that Man United win this game. And you know what? We can add a little bit of a, you know what I mean? A little bit of a je ne sais quoi. How do you say it? Je ne sais quoi onto our season, onto our very bad season. I know it's a bad season, but you know, we can have that little a silver lining. Man City drew with Southampton. Yeah. Let's see. Why people say that the system is not good in the Premier League, the same formation Crystal Palace and they win the FA Cup. Ephraim, the same formation Newcastle play. I mean, at the end of the day, people just want to moan about Man United. People just want to make stories about Man United. This is it. The system ain't the problem. The players are the problem. We know that. I mean, Didn't Eric Ten Hag play a 4-3-3? That didn't work either, did it? So it's obviously not the system, isn't it? Regardless what system we play, there's a cultural problem at this football club, a cultural problem that needs to be fixed this summer. Hopefully it is. And even if we win this Europa League, I'm saying it right now that a lot of those players shouldn't be surviving. They shouldn't be surviving at Man United. A lot of those players shouldn't be surviving at Man United, in my humblest of opinion. They need to go. I'm talking about 75%. Sal, I hear some of our players are fit to start. There's a race against time, Beef Bully. Big up, Beef Bully. There's a race against time. De Ligt and Euro are fit, but not match fit. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to do a lot to prove themselves this next couple of days. My guess would be, and we're going to find out a lot tomorrow, obviously with the press conferences, or maybe today there's a press conference. I'm looking forward to the press conferences because maybe tomorrow, maybe day after, we're going to find out about the injuries. But my guess would be that Lenny Yoro will make it, De Ligt won't make it. That's that. If I was a betting man, that's what it'd be. Yoro will make it, De Ligt won't make it, in my opinion. Morning Devils, morning Mark Elman. How you doing, you legend? Hope you know we are winning. Come on, Mark, get in there, mate. Come on, we're winning this game. You know what, like Lee Judges, we are winning this game. We are going to win this game, guys. That is what it is. We are definitely going to win this game. Absolutely. You don't believe it's ours. We won't be stopped. This is our beginning. Experience will tell, Mark. Experience will tell. The experience that we have should count for something on Wednesday. I hope so. Man City playing against Fulham away, not Southampton. Yeah, same thing though, isn't it? They're going to win anyway, Kenny. At the end of the day, they're going to win. Same thing. They'll win against Fulham. I don't think Man United beating Aston Villa will make a difference. I think don't Man City have a game in hand? Man City play Brighton next, Kenny, not Southampton. They play not Fulham. They play Brighton, mate. They play Brighton this week, and then they play Fulham in the weekend. So Man City will play Brighton. So regardless what happens against Aston Villa, if they beat Brighton, I mean, it's in their hands. So I don't think, we should be worried anyway. But one thing we need to look at is ourselves. And hopefully we go out to win the game. We shouldn't be going out to lose the game anyway, even if it helps Man City qualify for the Champions League. But we'll have to wait and see. I think Euro will start. I hope so, Ephraim. Pal, big up Sal. Now this is the time to field with quite confident. Some things are going our way with some injuries, and Spurs side, this team should be able to perform since Ruben Amorim arrived. Absolutely, let's hope so. Big up Gladiator King. I wish Greenwood was with us. I wish Greenwood the best of luck. I don't know what's going to happen with Greenwood. One thing's for certain, that it's going to be. I don't think he'll be playing for Man United again, in my opinion. As much as we like Mason Greenwood. Bournemouth, I think City will play, playing, not Brighton. Bournemouth, I think City are playing. Is it Cengiz? Let's have a look. We're getting all over the place here. Let's have a look at Man City. Yeah, you might be right, Cengiz. Man City fixtures. I don't concentrate on Man City. I have nothing to do with Man City. Man City fixtures. Yeah, they're Bournemouth at home, so they're going to win that. They're going to win that. So it's Bournemouth at home, and then they play Fulham away. They're going to win both of those games, guys. They're going to win both of those games. Like I said, I don't concentrate on any other team, but United, it's all about United at the end of the day. It's a bit hard when you've not got Google in front of you, but you know what I mean. There you go. Beef Bully, my back four is Mazraoui, Euro, Maguire, Dorgu, De Ligt on the bench. De Ligt will be licking the bench, basically. Absolutely, will be on the bench. The difference between Dorgu, De Ligt and Euro is the fact that Euro's played more recently. Euro's played football more recently than De Ligt. De Ligt's been missing for a few weeks now. So obviously that's a bit of an issue. Do you know what I mean? So De Ligt has been missing for a few weeks. Now, another little bit of news, guys. A little bit of a shock. We all know Oyhan Sanse. Oh, is that how you say it? Oyhan Sanse. The Athletic Bilbao, one of their top scorers, is their top scorer, I believe, midfielder, attacking midfielder, who was injured against Manchester United during the games against Athletic Bilbao. He's got 4 caps for Spain, 1 goal. Man United have inquired about the availability of Oyhan Sanse, of course, 25 years old striker. Problem is with Sanse, and this is another one that is basically a rope to fall on signing. You know what I mean? If we don't get Gutierrez or someone like that, or even Liam Delap, God rest us, God help us, we will get a player like Oyhan Sanse. These are the type of players that we're going to be looking at. Oyhan Sanse, Athletic Bilbao, he has got how many goals has he got this season? This guy has got 15 goals, I believe, this season, from an attacking midfield position. Arsenal have also been interested in Oyhan Sanse. Arsenal have always also been interested in him, but that has declined a little bit over the past few weeks. But Manchester United have inquired about Sanse. Sanse can play central midfield and attacking midfielder. When you look at his goals ratio for his position, it's incredible. It's incredible. Problem is, a 60 million euro fee would be a little bit high for Manchester United, but another striker that will obviously add something to Manchester United and you know what, experience, you know, not old, at that right age, about 25, you know what I mean, who can help Manchester United going forward, of course, guys. So another one, Oyhan Sanse, has been you heard it here first on Stretford Post, guys. Manchester United interested in Oyhan Sanse. And don't be surprised if you hear some noise about Oyhan Sanse in the summer, guys. Interest from Arsenal as well, but Arsenal have cooled their interest in the player, guys. Absolutely. People, I only know because I've had a bet with City neighbours. So he's not answered my message since they lost the final. I haven't heard from a City fan from a long time. They've gone very quiet, even on social media, Cengiz. They've gone very quiet on social media. They're not really talking. They just gifted Crystal Palace their first trophy in their history. They should be very embarrassed about that. Very embarrassed about that, giving Crystal Palace. You see, beating Crystal Palace isn't for everyone. It's not for everyone, guys. We beat Crystal Palace in 2016. Jesse Lingard. He scored the goal, didn't he? Top corner. So, you know what? Let them cry. I hope they don't qualify for the Champions League. Although it looks likely that they will qualify for the Champions League, I hope they don't qualify for the Champions League. I really do. I really do, my friend. We are going to Bilbao to bring the trophy. Guys, you know what? You know what I would say, Ephraim? You know Bilbao, right? If Man United beat Bilbao, right? No, if Man United win in Bilbao will be like a second home to Man United, won't it? It'd be like, you know what, we win. I mean, can we play at Bilbao every week? Yeah, I mean, because if we win in Bilbao, we win more games up in Bilbao than we do at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so you know what? Hopefully we win that, and you know what? Maybe we make Bilbao our second home. We build a statue outside Bilbao of Bruno Fernandes lifting that Europa League. Well done, Palace, in 1990 as well, didn't we, Sal? Yes, in 1990. I was at that game, Genghis. Went to a replay, Genghis. I was at the first leg. Very good game. Crystal Palace were great. Mark Bright, Ian Wright, great team that was, but unfortunately, Crystal Palace have been very unlucky with finals. They've lost a lot of finals, especially to Man United. But you know what? Good for them. Good for them. It's good for football, and they saved football, to be honest, because I'm not interested in what Man City, what they do. But I was happy. I have to admit, I was happy at the weekend, and you can't stop me from being happy. So far, so good. What I would say is so far, so good, and that's it. So far, so good in regards to what the results are going for at the moment. All we need is Man United to win that Europa League and Man City not to qualify for the Champions League. And how embarrassing would that be for Man City? Man United qualify for the Champions League and the Man City don't. It's a long shot. I know it's a long shot, but you know what? I would still love it. Absolutely. Lee Martin, absolutely. It was a game that Ian Wright had a good game in that game. I remember a young Ian Wright. I remember I was a child when I went to that game, Genghis. I went with my dad at Wembley Stadium. My first final that was. I was only a young lad, but I was still support. I had 2 years into supporting Man United. I've been supporting Man United a long time, for goodness me, my goodness. And the Fine Young Cannibals were in the charts. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and it was, it's where the winning started, isn't it? Really, with Man United, and around that time is we started to get that taste for the cups. And as I've always said, right, cups can add a spark. They can add a spark, and they can ignite something. Do you know what I mean? They can ignite something that can last for decades, like it did with Sir Alex Ferguson, of course. So if Man United win Europa League, it can ignite something. You never know. I know it hasn't worked in the past. I know we won trophies in the past, but this might be the time. This might be time. I mean, we might win the Europa League, and then Ruben Amorim is backed all the way, and you know what is basically it starts going on a winning run, and it starts winning trophies. He gets that taste for it. At the moment, there's a lot of lack of confidence at Man United. You can tell, there is a lack of confidence because of the way the season's gone and stuff like that. But one thing we have to cling on to is our European form. Man United are unbeaten in Europe. We're the only team to be unbeaten in Europe. Now, when last did Man United get unbeaten in Europe? Tell me. 1999, 2008, we were unbeaten in Europe as well. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, maybe that's a good omen. Man United are unbeaten in Europe, so absolutely brilliant. And, finals, as I said yesterday, finals are not a given. You're not guaranteed finals. You know what I mean? You're not guaranteed finals. And, we should appreciate every final and enjoy every single final, because, we might not reach a final for many, many years, guys. You know what I mean? And again, so because they're not a given, they're not a given. So there you go. But as I said, the first final I ever witnessed and I went to was Man United against Crystal Palace. It was a 3-3 draw, a fantastic game, and I'll never forget it. And I think finals are magnificent. Sanjay, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Sanj in the house. In the house is Sanj. In the house is Sanj. Big up, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So there we go. But you know what? I'm going to be on this vibe until Wednesday, guys. Wednesday is the vibes. And we're going to build it up. And we're going to be nervous. And I hope you guys enjoy me for that final because, we're going to need each other, guys. We're going to need a shoulder to lean on. Hopefully, it's a good shoulder to cry tears of joy, guys, because you know what? I really hope Man United do this. Tottenham. Guys, it's only Tottenham, for goodness sake. As I've always said, it's Tottenham, so we don't need to worry about it. And Tottenham won't do nothing.
Do you know Tottenham? What? Tottenham Hotspur?
Topspur?
No.
What's that?
you never heard of them?
No.
Let's go, guys. It's all about the game on Wednesday. You know what? What I would say is that I look forward to it. The vibes if we win that game. No one is better at winning than Man United. Tottenham will win it. They won't know what to do. Tottenham will be like, what do we do with this? Is this a trophy? What is this? What we do? What do we do with this trophy? Do we lift it? What do we do? Do we lift this trophy, or what do we do with this trophy? That's what they're going to be like. Absolutely. Genghis, I've gone from fully confident to extreme nervous, back to confident, Sal. Jengus, you know what I would say, Jengus? I'd be honest with you guys. I like nerves because nerves mean, you know what being nervous means? It basically means something, doesn't it? Being nervous basically means that the game means something. And I believe that this game means a lot. You know, it does. It is our biggest game in many, many years. Not because of the trophy, what trophy it is, but because of what's riding on this trophy. Even when we won the Europa League in 2017, I felt we were in a much better position than we are now. This trophy can save Manchester United. Literally, it is like a life support machine, this trophy. And I hope that Man United can get the job done. I really do. I will be here for the final. That's for sure. Big up, come on, Tyborn. Much love, brother. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Totspur, what's that? I don't know, mate. Someone got to tell me what Totspur, this team, what we're playing on Wednesday. I've never heard of them. Absolutely. That's the vibes we need to get in. Big up, Grayo. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're well. Please, everyone, can you smash the like and subscribe buttons? We are going on to Wednesday. Big up, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscribers up for Wednesday, guys. This is the place to be. We love Man United, and we hope that we get the win on Wednesday. That is what it's all about, guys. We're not here to hope that we lose, so it fits our agenda. It fits our narrative. We're here to support the football club we love and the club that, you know what, we hope we win. Absolutely. The last time Man City were trophyless, Man United won the Europa League. Kenny's coming with the omens. He's coming with the omens, guys. Absolutely. Kenny is the omen today. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah, guys. Look, you know what? I'll take anything. I'll take anything, guys. Listen, I would say this, and I bring this into your equation, right? If Man United win the Champions League final, right? And we were drawn against Tottenham, right? Be honest with yourself, guys. How would you feel? If we were drawn against Tottenham in the Champions League final, how would you feel? You'll be ecstatic, right? Playing Tottenham in the Champions League final. Now, we need to think Champions League-wise. We need to think like we're in the Champions League. That's what we need to do. We're in the Champions League. We're playing Tottenham. Should win that one. Bournemouth will beat Muller, Man City on Tuesday. Don't know, Triple M. You know what it is. It's the honeymoon right now, isn't it, Triple M? It's a lot of those people, a lot of those teams have got their slippers on, sandals, whatever you wear on the beach. They're relaxing now. They're on the beach, and the thing is, Man City has still got something to play for. Man City are going to be determined to win that game against Bournemouth after losing the FA Cup final to Crystal Palace. They're going to be very, very determined. So. I think if they win that game, that's them in the Champions League. I hope they don't. Last time we sacked a Dutch coach, a Portuguese coach won the Europa League, Sal. Jengus, I'm loving these omens, man. I'm loving these omens. We need more of these because all I've seen this week is negative. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, it's the wrong time to discuss about what if Man United lose the Europa League, this and that. I felt that being pessimistic at best. Kenny, there are channels out there. They should be called the pessimist view. They continue to be pessimistic all the way to the final. This is what they do. This is what they're about. They're being pessimistic and negative about the football club. Why not, Kenny? And you're absolutely spot on, bro. Why not be positive until Wednesday? Is that too much to ask for? Because at the end of the day, what does negativity do for Man United? What does it do? Nothing. It's only going to bring negativity. Dusan Vlahovic trade with Rasmus? No, Yale. Why are they getting rid of Vlahovic? That's the question we must ask. Why do they want Rasmus over Vlahovic? Why would they? I mean, I know Vlahovic is prolific. He's prolific for Serbia. He's a prolific striker, but why do they want that? We need to look into that. Why would they want to swap Vlahovic with Rasmus? I mean, there you go. Spurs will be thinking the Champions League. I mean, why does anyone want Spurs in the Champions League? Spurs are not Champions League team. Spurs are not a Champions League team. They're going to go there and lose. Look, guys, I think Newcastle have done incredibly well to get to the Champions League, almost, right? But they're not going to win the Champions League. They're going to get knocked out in the first round. They're an embarrassment. You need teams like Man United. I'm sorry. We're holding Europe up at the moment, guys. We're holding Europe up again. It's Man United holding Europe up. You know what I mean? We're holding it up at the moment. You know what I mean? We're in the final. You know what I mean? And again, we need teams like Man United. Bournemouth, no pushover, but they may be in flip-flop mode and chilling. That's exactly what it is, Jengus. Exactly. Oman here, and last time City lost their final, Chelsea won a trophy too in 2017. Well, hey, and they might win. I mean, come on, I'll be supporting Betis in the final, but they might win that. Absolutely. I'll be supporting Betis, though. Absolutely. Grayo, any news on injuries? Yes, Grayo, there is De Ligt and Euro in training. They're fit, but the big decision, which Ruben Amorim has to make, is whether to risk De Ligt or Euro. My prediction is that Euro will play, De Ligt will be on the bench. That's what I'm predicting. Euro has played recently in the last 10 days. De Ligt hasn't played for weeks. So Euro is still relatively match fit. So hopefully Euro will be fit for that game. I really do. We need him. Kenny, win or lose, I'm not judging Oman in one game. It's a final. Anything can happen. Yeah, absolutely, Jengus. We're not going to be judging him. Also, Real Madrid were Euro champs like that year in 2016. Bloody hell, we're coming out with all of them. I should write all these down, guys. You know what? Because I've seen a lot of negative omens that that have been floating about the airways recently. I've been seeing a lot of that, but brilliant. We've got a lot of on our side as well. We got a lot on our side as well. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because people are talking about, oh look, Crystal Palace won, the FA Cup, so that means Man United. It's a year of the underdog. Bologna won the cup in Italy. You know, it's a year of the underdog, and not for me, man. Not for me. I think Man United doing it. It's Tottenham, guys. It's Tottenham. It's funny enough, we haven't played Tottenham in the final. Here's a question for you guys. When was the last time Manchester United played Tottenham Hotspur in a European final? Not a European final, of any final. Any final in general. I think it was the League Cup, wasn't it? Was that a semi-final? Was that a semi-final when we played Tottenham in the League Cup? I think it was a semi-final. No, it was a final, wasn't it? We played Tottenham in the League Cup final, didn't we? Not long. I mean, about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that, around that time, around that margin, of course. But Tottenham in a European final, I mean, we really should be confident, guys. I'm not being rude or arrogant, but I have to be a little bit positive about it because at the end of the day, mate, we could have been playing Chelsea. We could have been playing a team like that, which would have been a lot more harder than Tottenham, in my opinion. So, no, I don't remember. Yeah, we played Tottenham. Man United against Tottenham in finals. So the last time Man United, I think we won on penalties, but I'm going to double check. Last Tottenham versus Man United finals. Yeah, Man United defeated Tottenham Hotspur on the 1st of March 2009 in the League Cup on penalty. I think that was on penalties. Yeah. So Man United defeated them. So the omens are on our side, guys. The omens on our side. Maybe the Ginola era. Even then, Ricardo, Ginola, guys, let me tell you something about David Ginola, right? He was a brilliant player. And this is how, let me tell you how talent has regressed, right? Let me tell you how talent has regressed recently. If David Ginola was at his prime right now, David Ginola would be a £100 million player. Absolute baller, guys. My God, what a baller. Even Jose Dominguez, Ricardo, do you remember Dominguez? Do you remember him? I mean, he was so skillful. I mean, unbelievable, you know, at the end of the day. And lots of talent gone missing. I think it was semi-final 2004, maybe. No, 2009, my friend, final League Cup. Big up, Sal. Hope it's well. Unlucky for Manchester United women yesterday. Lost the FA Cup final to Chelsea at Wembley. They did finish third in the league and champions. They've done really well, Courtney. Congratulations to the women's team. And one thing I'll say about the women's team is that they should be an inspiration to the men's team because the women's team have been extremely impressive this last few years. Not only the final yesterday, you lose final. You know, finals are difficult. This is why I'm nervous for Wednesday because finals are always going to be difficult. But, you know, to get to a final, you have to appreciate it. And well done to the women. And they're going from strength to strength. And I hope they can carry on growing because, you know, positivity around the football club is very important. Coming third in the league is no mean feat. They've come a long way. So hopefully, you know, going forward, the women's team and the men's team and the youth team could go and start winning trophies and get this culture back. Do you know what I mean? This culture of winning, which we seem to have lost. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal lost 3 times yesterday. Yeah, they won Newcastle the first time because it doesn't mean anything, Chow. That's exactly why it is. Arsenal only win when it doesn't mean anything. The game didn't mean anything yesterday. Isaac didn't play. The game didn't mean anything. And even Newcastle qualified for the Champions League. Newcastle they've already won the League Cup. They've had a better season than Arsenal. Arsenal will sit down. That is what it is. Of course, from Sporting School, a little Jose Dominguez. Ricardo, tell me about Jose Dominguez. Guys, I want to tell you something about football in the 90s, guys. It was just a next level. You know what I mean? People will be fighting for Dominguez. Not only Dominguez, Georgie Kinkladze and players of that ilk. I mean, I come from the generation of, obviously, João Pinto, and Nuno Gomes and, these type of players, Paulo Sousa. Do you know what I mean? These type of players, absolutely brilliant players. I mean, I remember that. I remember those days. Absolutely brilliant. João Pinto, didn't he play for Fiorentina? It was like that. It was a very, very good era. Although I remember when the Portuguese league was growing into a good league, we used to send you players and stuff. There used to be players going to the Portuguese league and not quite working out. And when the Portuguese league was Benfica trying to get back on their pedestal and stuff like that, and it was a strange time. Pressure is a privileged pack, absolutely, bro. Did you hear Amram talking about the women's team? Could you hardly knew anything about them? Could you tell we hardly knew anything about them? One thing is what I would say about the women's team, guys, and I would say that, every single part of Manchester United, we are family at Man United. The thing about Man United, right, and I'm sure Ruben Amram does know about the women's team, but obviously he's very busy, guys, thinking about Europa League final. You know what I mean, at the moment. So one thing about Manchester United is that youth team, women's team, reserve team, first team is all about family. We're family at Man United. And, if one of those family members succeed, everyone has succeeded. Everyone has succeeded. So, you know what? As long as we can carry on getting this winning vibe, at Man United, it's only good for us Manchester United fans, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because it's only going to get that culture back of a winning culture at Man United. And we need the women's team to succeed. We need the youth team to succeed. We need the first team men's team to succeed. And that is what I would say about that. And you know what? Bring the good times. Let's keep winning, guys. And that's it. And the women's team have led the way. They've shown us that, you know what? We're Manchester United. Yeah. Third is not where we want to be. We want to be first. I know that. But you know what? At least we're showing signs of progress, which is great. That's how I forgot finalists in a row. Manchester United women. Football heritage, Courtney. Football heritage. That is what it's all about. Manchester United heritage. Not women's, not men's. Manchester United heritage. That is what it is. Manchester United as a package. It is Manchester United heritage. That's what we need. More finals, more wins. We lose some. That's life. That's life. You lose finals sometimes. You know what I mean? Finals always going to be the great equalizer, isn't it? That is what finals are all about. The great equalizer. As long as you get to finals, as long as you're there or thereabouts, you'll win a lot. You'll win a lot. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. The women's team is not his job, to be honest. He's focused on his job. Absolutely. He's got a lot to think about. He's not sitting there thinking about other things at the moment. The women's team is extremely well. And, all he can say is that congratulations to the women's team for doing extremely well, at the end of the day. He's under a lot of pressure, Ruben Amram. People don't understand how much pressure Ruben Amram is under at the moment. It is astronomical pressure, guys. Astronomical pressure. And we have to cut this guy some slack a little bit. There's some people on other channels, guys, that are not cutting him any slack. You know what I mean? They're not cutting him any slack. They're basically carrying on being negative at the end of the day. And it's not helping us. Let me just write this. Okay, Courtney. Now we need the men to rise on Wednesday and get the job done. They went unbeaten the whole competition, not mess up. Absolutely. We went unbeaten the whole competition, not to mess it up now, isn't it, Courtney? We can't mess it up now. Goodness me. And against Tottenham. Nah. Guys, you understand losing to Tottenham. You know, one thing about losing to Tottenham, the saving grace that we have is that Tottenham could banter Arsenal. Tottenham could parade their European trophy in North London. They'll be the only European winners in North London. But what I would say is this. Man United losing to Tottenham, right, which I'm not going to bring in too much, will be a travesty and embarrassing. But it's not going to happen, guys. I can't see it happening. I can see Man United winning. And I'm going to give you my prediction when I do my match preview. I'm working out when I'm going to do my match preview. But I'm going to I'm going to do my match prediction, of course. So, which you choose if we to win the Premier League or the Champions League? At the moment, Ephraim, I'll say the Premier League is your bread and butter, and you need to win the Premier League. I think Man United should go for the Premier League, but I have a very, very, as Man United through history, Ephraim, have a very, very soft spot for the Champions League, and I would love to win the Champions League because either trophy, Ephraim, it would add an element of culture, winning culture at the football club. So if we could win one of those trophies, you know what I mean? I would be all for it, guys. Absolutely. I'm convinced a lot Amram, others, outers are actually dead tribes on rival fans. I don't even debate these muppets. What it is, Jengas, a lot of them have opinions and they know that, you know, they stand in front of a camera. One person there, right? And they go, Ruben, you better win, you know. Trust me, you better win, you know. You better win, because otherwise I'm coming for you, you know. I'm coming for you. This is what they're like. This is what they are, but they're cowards. I mean, how can you be £300 and try and talk about coming for anyone? Mate, we'll be waiting forever for you to come for anyone, you bloody chubby chops. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, stop talking like you're bloody some sort of fucking Jason Statham, for goodness sake, mate. You know what I mean? Bloody Liam Neeson in the house. Ruben, I'm going to come for you. I've got a secret set of skills, and those are eating, number one. Eating burgers are very good. I'm really good at eating burgers, but I've got other skills as well. Definitely. Belly dancer. We definitely need the Premier League as Liverpool are Liverpool us. We need both. We need all. We need to. At the moment, can you see us being beggars, being choosers at the moment? If someone offered you that? The Premier League would be nice. But either one would be nice. I love the Champions League. We haven't won it for a long time, bruv. Absolutely, Courtney French. I mean, at the end of the day, look, you know what? I'm tired of these so-called fans standing in front of cameras, sending out threats. Meet me in the car park. Bro, you're not Bruce Willis, mate. This is not 1988, mate. You know what I mean? What you doing, mate? You know what I mean? What you talking about? You know what I mean? Mate, go on the treadmill first. Just do that, maybe. Then talk about other things. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I've done today? Let me tell you what I've done today. The first thing I've done a 5.5K run, okay? I've done that. I've cleaned my whole apartment. I've done everything, guys. I've done my exercise. I've done that, and I'm on the stream with you, done my thumbnails, done everything. That is what life is about, guys. Standing in front of cameras, threatening people is not the way you go about things. You know what I mean? Especially a great guy like Ruben Amram, a good manager like Ruben Amram. That is what it's all about, guys. It's the idiot that listen to these people, then get affecting other channels in the chat show, fools. How anyone can listen to these people? Dumb down the population. Just dumb down the population. That's what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Gullible, silly. But they appeal to kids. That's what they are. They're kids in the head, innit? So they appeal to kids. Meet me in a car park. Listen, yeah, I'll be right outside. I'll be right outside my Nissan Cherry. My Nissan Cherry. My Nissan, is it a Nissan Surrey or Nissan Sunny or Nissan Cherry? I'll be right outside my Datsun. I'm outside my Datsun. You better come for me. I'm right here outside. You better come for me. Meet me outside Aldi. I'll be right by the bakery. I'll be right by the bakery, Triple M. I'll be right by the bakery. You meet me outside. Co-op. I'm right outside Co-op, outside the bakery. And you know where the lovely strawberry muffins are? You know those lovely strawberry muffins with those gorgeous, lovely croissants? You know the Puna chocolat? Is it Puna chocolat? One of them ones? Those gorgeous chocolates. Oh, lovely. 2 for £5. Two for a pound. 2 for a pound. Oh, yeah. Maybe I could pick up one of those while I wait for you. Oh, lovely. Mwah. Absolutely. I remember someone wants to fight Bruno in the car park. Bruno will knock him out, Kenny. I'm not being... Guys, these guys go to the gym every day. They run every day. They train every day with top professionals. Bruno will knock him out. Ruben Amorim will knock him out. Eric Ten Hag will knock him out. They would. I'm not being honest. Guys, I've been in training with a couple of ex-footballers, right? I trained with a couple of ex-footballers, okay? And they are strong guys. They're not weak. You know, people think just because they're footballers, right, that they're weak. Luke Chadwick will knock him out. At the end of the day, when I see yesterday's women's Amazon game, I was fuming. Absolutely. For real though, I'm tired of these washed up YouTubers, always emotional, no objective, constantly flip flopping. It's stupid, mate. They look, you know, at the end of the day, they never made the platform themselves. They were given that platform. We all know by accident, and I'm sure Mark regrets it and stuff like that. He does. He told me. So at the end of the day, you know, they're flipping nutters, mate. Absolute nutters. Only thing that he's fighting is diabetes and cholesterol. That's it, mate. Guys, you know what I've said, guys? Like, I mean, I was fighting since a young age, 8 years kickboxing. And you know what? One thing I learned about combat sport and things like that is that never be arrogant. And a real fighter doesn't talk about how he's going to knock someone out or how he's going to beat someone up, because you know, fighting is a complete humbler. It is. And if you're in the ring and you understand what fighting is and you get knocked out, you understand that fighting is a real humbler. And people who talk about, I'm going to beat you up, bruv. It's, you know, real fighters don't do that. And you know what? This isn't a fighting show. We're not fighting. This is football, right? And at the end of the day, people want to talk about fighting people. It just shows how immature and reactionary, stupid they are. I wouldn't mind a strawberry muffin right now. Thank you so much, Charlie, for reminding me. I can't eat strawberry muffins, but you know what? I like strawberry muffins, Charlie. I do. I'll be real. Not as much as him, but I like strawberry muffins. Absolutely. To get anything, you have to get suffer. If you don't do the suffer and get support another club. Absolutely, Ephraim. Spot on. Even Garnacho would lick him up out. Jengus, real talk. Real talk. He would. Guys, look, listen. I would encourage any one of them to come to, you know what I mean, to come to the UAE and come spar with me. You know what I mean? They can do that because I do that every, 25 years. But they can do that. Do you know what I mean? And if they want to do that, and I encourage them, I know. But, at the end of the day, fighting each other, fan bases fighting each other is being encouraged because of these guys. Because they're not very contextual in what they're saying. They're not calling things out in a mature manner. They're talking about, insults. Remember the Eric Ten Hag period, bald fraud, peanut head, all them. Do you know what I mean? That period there. They're talking absolute garbage at the end of the day. That's what they are, garbage people. When you give garbage people a platform, this is what it is. Social media is a great thing. It's a great thing. But if social media didn't exist, these people wouldn't exist. They don't have the work ethic, right? Check me tell you that. So at the end, I used to go out sending CDs and stuff like that. So at the end, they don't have the work ethic. So the problem is social media is a great thing, but what it has done is given too many waste men a voice. And that's the problem. Let's hope so, my friend. Let's hope so. Maguire tossed a few police officers around in Greece a few years ago. Last time, man, you wanted to mess. No, you don't want to mess with me. He'll headbutt you, mate. He'll go, what up? He'll knock. He will headbutt you. You don't want to get in the way of it. You don't want to get in the way of a Maguire headbutt. Tell me. Maguire is a unit. He'd clip him around. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Well, who are they? They sit down all day. What they do? You know what I mean? They are not on Events League. Sal, do you know the squad that will face Bilbao, that travel to Bilbao? Has it been announced? Not yet. The squad has not been announced yet, Courtney. Expect it today, tomorrow. It's not been announced yet. Triple M. Yeah, I thought the deal was already the done deal already. Facts. There you go. We need another option up front. I keep hoping Rasmus will come good. He has enough time to improve, and he's still struggling. One thing I'll say, Courtney, and someone who has defended Rasmus Højlund for a very long time, I'm going to support Rasmus Højlund until Wednesday. And I hope he scores in the game. I really do. I wish him the best of luck. Go out there and kill it, guy. Go out there and get it, mate. Go out there and do it. Show us, mate. Show us you can do it. Go out there and win, mate. You know what I mean? Prove us that you can do it, Rasmus. You got it, Rasmus. Come on. I would tell him, you've got this, Rasmus. You've got this. Go out there. I'm going to support you till Wednesday. And you go out there and do something for us, mate. Bury one in the top corner. Do something. British Bulldog. Who watches them? I don't understand. Children, mate. Build the British Bulldog. Their children watch them at the end of the day. You know, people just... You know, going on there and insulting the manager, you know. Now, people need to understand this, right? You can have a constructive opinion. No one stops anyone from having a constructive opinion. That is football. This is the democracy. But when you insult people, right? Let's not forget, Ruben Amorim has cousins, daughters, sisters, aunties. One of those people are going to be watching that video. You know, especially if there's numbers. One of those people is going to catch a glimpse of that video. What does that do for Man United? Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Is it going to help Man United win the final against Tottenham? I'm sorry, but if I got someone who can't even look after his cholesterol, right, telling me we need to win on Wednesday, the only thing that's going to do for me is make me want to go on a treadmill. That's it. I must be bad if I've got someone 350 pounds telling me what to do on Wednesday. I must be bad. No wonder Garnacho's form dropped after that Planet. The guy looks like a planet. Planet Paz, whatever his name is, Planet. Went outside Old Trafford waiting for him in the children's section, by the way, and then started insulting him. No wonder he done so bad after. He probably looked at him and thought, my goodness me, I must be bad if I'm getting criticised by this lump. At the end of the day, this is what it is. Maybe they should look after themselves rather than ranting and raving about other people the way they look, about frauds and bald peanut heads and bald frauds at the end of the day. Mate, listen, look at your eyes, mate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, your hair's reclining, everything, mate. Just calm down, man. You know what I mean? I would say that. The same dudes that said anyone can get a tune out of this team. Absolutely. Calling Everton hard to be sacked, and now Amorim is the next target. Wait, I thought anyone could shake my head. And Koku, my friend, I bet you, my guy, I bet you if Luis Enrique, if Nagelsmann or Hansi Flick came into this team, it'd be exactly the same. Maybe one or two results different, but it'd be exactly the same, and they'll be doing exactly the same. They'll be doing exactly. Last day of training in England today, so we know the squad tomorrow. Absolutely. Probably know the squad very soon. There will be rumours coming out as well. Morning Reds, 1 goal for Bruno, 2 for Rasmus, golden boot. Big up, Baz. Love it, my friend. I hope so. Absolutely. The biggest Amorim outer, who they are all arse-lick, is not even a real United fan, in my opinion. I go with all of them. I go with those people as well on other channels who plant seeds. You know what they do? They plant seeds in their pot and start being negative, you know, and start saying, oh, you know, doubt to, you know, pessimism, you know, continued pessimism as well, you know. That's wrong as well. When you're continuing pessimistic, we've got a final to play on Wednesday and people continue being pessimistic. And I know if Man United go and win that final, they're going to be like, oh, it's, you know what, really, it's papering over the cracks. That's what they're going to be doing at the end of the day, you know, and tired of it. Planet Bobbins at the end of the day. Absolutely, British Bulldog. Planet Bobbins. I mean, they're all ugly. Ugly. You know what I mean? Very ugly. I mean, they hate me. I mean, I showed nothing but love. Let me tell you a story, guys. I showed nothing but love to some of those guys, you know, a few years ago. and they backstabbed me. So at the end of the day, and then when I approached them in the DMs, they're like, no, bruv, bruv. No meeting in the car park. It was, no, bruv, bruv. Planet farts. Absolutely. Planet farce. Planet plays stop there. Oh, God. You know when Planet, before he went on United Stand, he only had about 15 followers and then made up a story about his studio got robbed. And then basically Mark Goldbridge gave him £1,000 to buy new equipment and gave him a platform. But Mark Goldbridge is a bad guy. Sal, outers are just idiots. Sad people are even fans. Fuck them. Go, mate. No, absolutely. I was support Rasmus. Saw him nearly in tears when he went signing autographs. That time, Peter Schmeichel put an arm around him and spoke to him. I really felt proud for him. I really hope, Courtney, that he does very well. I wish him the best of luck. I really do. From the heart. Rasmus, I wish you the best. I've spoken to him on Instagram before. It means a lot to him. And I wish him the best of luck. We need you, Raz. And we need you to go out there and do the business. And that's what we need. We need it from every single one of you. Every single one of you guys. At the end of the day, we need you to show us something. We need you to win this game for Manchester United's future. Come on, lads. Thanks for another great show, brother. I hope you're have a good day. Big up, Grayo. Have a good day to you as well. Goldbridge been good to them. He gave him a platform, British Bulldog. I've spoken to Goldbridge, British. I've spoken to Goldbridge. Me and Goldbridge speak. We've been following each other for 8 years. Goldbridge regrets every single moment. You know, Flex. He gave Flex a chance, and Flex brought in Rance, and he brought in Saeed. It was Flex. So Flex brought in Saeed and brought in Rance, and then obviously they backstabbed him, even though he gave him a big platform. United View wouldn't have the numbers it has right now if it wasn't for Mark Goldbridge. Look, Mark Goldbridge has done nothing for me. Nothing. But at the end of the day, in my life, I've never bitten the hand that fed me. Never in my life have I bitten the hand that fed me. If Mark gave me a platform and it contributed to me getting 100,000 subscribers, right, I would not attack Mark, even if we fell out. Smart people don't do things like that, you know? Smart people don't move here. Look at Mark and Terry Flewers, right? Mark and Terry Flewers were at head on for many, many years. But Mark and Terry Flewers worked it out maturely. You know, these guys don't, because they won't admit when they're wrong or what they do and stuff. And they won't admit that they were given their platform at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? They won't admit that they were given their platform. But if someone gave me an opportunity, I've never had one stepping stone. I've never had an elevator in my life, guys, never, right? And at the end of the day, and I've never stepped on someone that has helped me. Never in my life. Even if we fell out, it doesn't matter. That guy helped me. You know what I mean? That guy helped me. I don't care if we've fallen out, but I still love him. That's how I would be at the end of the day. But as these people don't understand that. They won't understand that. They'll deny it. They'd say, oh, I did this before. I did this. What did you do, mate? What did you do? Dossing around Tottenham? Dossing around bloody Manchester Centre? The Arndale? Is that what you were doing? You weren't doing nothing else, mate. You know what I was doing? I was selling CDs on the street. My music reached Kiss FM and Massive R&B, Universal Records, things like that. That's what I was doing. I was working with platinum selling artists. I was traveling to Detroit, right? Working with Eminem's D12. That's what I was doing. I was working with G-Unit. That's what I was doing without social media, without a stepping stone. That's what I was doing. So if you want to come at me, which they have done, and talk about my numbers and my platform and call me a weirdo, maybe you should start doing your research and maybe you start being a good person. That is what it's all about. Kaka, wonderful show. Some much needed positivity. Winning this can renew our team and the fast track to us winning ways. No room for empty negativity. Absolutely, Kaka, my friend. Rasmus to score. Come on, Rasmus. Let's do this. I disagree with Goldbridge, but he is a good guy to his staff for sure. Also, he lets staff get out of the line at times. And he will never blank you, Yale. He will never blank you. He will respond to you at the end of the day if you spoke to him. Come on, Coco. Come on. Real talk. Big up, my friend. Rasmus is a good lad. I've been going on him myself, and it's wrong, to be honest. The club are to blame for the strikers. Absolutely, it's not him. The pressure was put on Rasmus. The pressure was put unfairly on Rasmus as our only striker. All that pressure was on him. Facts, absolutely. Tell Mark, Chow. Get Mark, tweet Mark, say you got to do a show with a Stretford Post and show him this stream. You know what I mean? That's what you do. Because at the end of the day, you know, I don't have 100,000 subscribers yet. I will do, God willing. But I don't have 100,000 subscribers yet. I just started, really. It's just not even been a year since I've been doing live content. Obviously, I've been doing content before, but not live content. So, obviously, I'm behind in that aspect. But I will get to when and the real will separate. The real will be the real will come out. You know, the cream will rise to the top in the end. These other people have got a shelf life. They will end. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But you know what? As I said, I'm not a hater, and I appreciate every single person in this game because it's difficult. It's not easy. It's very hard. And Mark Goldbridge, I appreciate him. You know what I mean? Because he does it every single day. It's very difficult, and he's given a lot of people a voice and opportunity. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You do not have to forget from where you start. That is the biggest mistake in your life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rasmus did have a better season when he did a senior striker play with. Yeah. I would say as well, when Ruud van Nistelrooy was there, he started to score, didn't he, Coco? When Rasmus was there, and when Ruud van Nistelrooy was there, he was starting to score as well. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs someone to learn from a striker, because obviously Ruben Amorim was a defender. Maybe we needed to keep Ruud van Nistelrooy at the football club as a striking coach, which Ruud van Nistelrooy wasn't he? He was a striking coach. Maybe we needed to do that. Oyland could have handled the pressure of being a main striker if we had the experienced prolific striker like Kane, Osman, and Gyökeres. Then there would be some competition. Now, who's being pessimistic, Kenny? We have to support him. I hope he scores on Wednesday. Osman and Gyökeres don't play for us. Kane doesn't play for us. Let's concentrate on supporting our lads, Kenny. And that's what we do. Luis Enrique wouldn't be signing Ugarte, Højlund, and Onana. Devin, Ugarte had the best ball recovery record last season. Don't know what you're talking about. Højlund and Onana, I don't know, mate. I don't look into the future. Luis Enrique wouldn't do nothing for Man United. Luis Enrique would still be in the bottom half of the table. It doesn't matter. The structure at PSG is good. The structure at Barcelona is good. You know, Man United's structure is dead. Man United have no structure. You can bring in Yamin Lamal, mate. You can bring in Yamin Lamal. Nothing's going to change. Take it from someone the 40 years of sport Man United. I know nothing will change. Culture at the football club needs to change. Benny McCarthy, the striker coach as well. Yeah. Wasn't great, though. Didn't think he did that well, to be honest with you. But a very good striker in his day. Atletico Madrid. Remember him at Atletico, went to Blackburn and stuff like that. Yeah, very, very good striker. Very good striker back in the day. We do need a striking coach. I'm talking about next season moving forward, but definitely in the Europa League, I hope he does score a brace. Yeah, moving forward, we will get a striker. If Man United don't get a striker, then we might as well give up, Kenny. It's pretty certain Man United will get a striker. It's pretty obvious that Man United are going to get a striker. It's pretty obvious. The names we're linked with. I mean, it'll be an absolute travesty if Man United don't get a striker. Definitely. Johnny, good morning, my friend. Should just put Mainu up front. Can't be any worse than Højlund. False number 9, Johnny, yeah? False number 9. Would you do that? Who would you play in the false number 9? That is a question. If we do play a false number 9, who would you play? Who knows, guys? That is me. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a great show, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video if you kindly do that. Keep your notifications on. We'll be back later on for Chatterbox around 3 p.m., guys. Not 3 p.m., 12 p.m. UK time. 12 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. my time. 12 p.m. UK time. I will be live for you guys for Chatterbox as we get closer, build up to the Europa League final, guys, at the end of the day. Good point, Kenny. Good point. At the end of the day, as we get closer to the Europa League final, this is what it's all about, guys. Guys, thank you so much. I'm Sal Walnut. This is Breaking Dawn. And let's get it in, guys. Let's get the vibes. Let's get the positivity. Have a great day. See you later. Peace.